everybody. Thank you for joining me for Can We Talk About It, where we do talk about that elephant in the room. Before I start, I want to give a shout out to Miss Vivian. Hope you're feeling okay. I'm praying for you. I want to give a shout out to my husband. I want to thank all of my viewers. I got an email from a viewer um, thanking me for being, I guess the person that I am, and saying the things that I say. And that meant a lot to me because when you're speaking truth to power, a lot of people won't stand with you. So I'm thanking them for that. So I want to start on with the show because there are some things I want to talk about. Now, do you know that the government is about to uh, take the genders off the birth certificates? So it's not going to say male or female. It's either binary. It's binary. I don't know what they're doing, but they're talking about taking the genders off of the birth certificates. And I mean, it never. Well, I'm not really surprised by what the government does, but it's just crazy how this world is like turned upside down, and every time you turn around, they're either taking away who you are, as in who the Lord made you to be, man, woman. He didn't really make anything else in between. And they want everybody to just do as thou wilt. You can be a horse, you can marry a horse if you want to, and take it to church. Ma'am, you cannot bring this horse in the church. What is wrong with us? Bestiality. Not only do we do perversion with our own selves, we do perversion with beasts, animals, dogs, cats, rats, you name it. We do it. And that's just so sad. Now, like I said, I love my brothers and sisters, black, white, red, brown, but the truth has to be said. Black folks is not into perversion. Black folks are not into things like that. Some of us may have been taught that, but that came from Orientals and China and white folks. All this perversion and this bestiality. Like I was telling you about this brother Tariq Nasheed. He came out with this movie called Buck Breaking. You guys really should get this movie. It's a very good movie. It tells the history of black men and women and how they were broken by massa, because massa, wanted the black woman to actually to know that your husband, if that was their husband, or the black man, cannot save you. So over time, we've come to, black women have come to the conclusion that a black man can't do anything for me, and I'm going to get with the white people, and they don't care for you, and they're just using you. Now, I really hate to say this. I am not, I don't hate to say this part, but I am not a racist. But I hate to say this. There are races, black and white, but there are more white races. There's a white supremacy that's out to keep us down. The government don't care. I done said before that we're on our own. Anytime a government can be as bold as to change a gender, that's devilment. That's demonic. Now I'm going to tell you something about these vaccines while we're talking about certificates. Now, COVID, like I told you before, they had started getting the shots. I didn't know that, they were going to get, well, I did know that, you're going to get a card or some papers, so to speak, stating that, you've been vaccinated. Now, there's a governor, like I said, I've talked about her before. I can't remember if it was North Carolina. I will definitely get back with you on that. But now it's like the people that get the shot are the regular people, and the people that don't get the shot, they're evil now. And they're causing confusion on the earth, and we have to do something about them. I don't want to say South Carolina. I don't know, but I know It's a older white lady that looks like the Quaker Oats man on the Quaker Oats box. I know that, and I'm gonna get all this together and let you know. But now it's like if you take the shot, they're saying, oh, okay, you're all right, blah blah blah. But if you don't take the shot, you're about to become an enemy of the state or enemy of the world or however you want to put it. So now, just like back in the slave days, we're all slaves. It's just that some of y'all got your slave papers, these COVID shots. Y'all got y'all slave papers so you can travel freely. The people who don't have the shot cannot do that. So a lot of freedoms for people who didn't get the shot is trying to be taken away. Now, I was on Facebook yesterday, and for you people that got the shot, there's a couple of people that had made some remarks to something that I had said, but I'm gonna tell you what I posted first. There was a young girl a young lady, about 27 years old, who took the vaccination. She got both vaccines, and then she got the booster. 5 days later, she ended up back in the hospital, and she died from either from those shots or that booster or COVID. So I put that up in a site on Facebook and said, no thank you, God is good enough for me. And somebody had the nerve to say, Donna, are you joking? No sir, I am not joking. There's another lady who came on there and said, leave it to the scientists. Faith has nothing to do with it. And, I told her that, maybe your faith, it has nothing to do with your faith, but it has everything to do with my faith. And she went to getting into this pissing match with me, about science and God. And I just want to read some of the craziest things and these people probably think they're Christians and they're not. So I'm gonna read this. This lady's name is AJ Viola Downing, and she was saying this is a job for science, not faith. Good grief. So now she wants to be Lucy from Charlie Brown or whoever she wants to be. I break out and tell her, that's her opinion, I respect that, but with all due respect, if you don't trust in God, don't come slight me because I believe. Then I put hashtag crazy faith. I got crazy faith. If I have to die for the Lord, if I have to die for the truth, then that's what I'm going to do. A lot of people claim they got the Lord with them, but when it comes to somebody's going to cut your head off or people start getting down on you, you get under pressure and then you pop and you just fold and you just go with the masses. I'm going to tell this, and they better be glad that I have their pictures. I put them on Facebook, but they better be glad that I decided not to put them up because they are public pictures. But AJ, Viola Downing, and Dennis, his name is Dennis somebody. Anyway, these people, start saying, my faith, I'm crazy because I have this kind of faith, and, I'm stupid. Some guy told me that. Some guy on here, I'm trying to figure out who this person was, because they said some stuff I just could not believe that they had said. But, like I said, you got to be thick-skinned in the career that you put yourself in, and that I put myself in. You got to have a thick skin. You can't let people just, make you crumble just because they said something. I want to let people know, when you get an attitude and you want to say something about what I said, or you want to be, angry about it, that's your choice. But when I blast you, please don't start whining and giving me your schmeal. I don't want to hear you. If you don't like what I'm writing, please don't comment, because if you do, I'm going to blast you either here or on Facebook. I don't have time for people telling me, this is science. God was here long before science came along. Hello. A lot of you Christians then took this shot, which is telling me you have no faith in God. And that's how I see it. And I don't care what you think. I don't care who you are or what you think. God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of love and peace and of a strong mind. In the scriptures, the Bible say they can do things to us, or we can drink something or take something that will not hurt us. That's if we are forced to do it. This vaccine ain't even been FDA approved yet, and people get mad. You ain't take the vaccine. You know, that's the country is the powers that be is dividing the people now. It's vax against non-vax. That's what it is. That's getting ready to become a war within itself. And if we don't see that the powers that be is trying to divide us, we're doomed. We're doomed. It's just that simple. There's Christians that's actually upset with me because I did not take the shot. Look, if you want to play Russian roulette with your life, you do that. Don't ask me to do it, because I'm not. I respect that you took the shot. So stay in your lane and quit trying to push people like Biden. Everybody wants you to take the shot, and if you don't take the shot, you a monster, and this, that, and the other. It's the monsters that then took the shot. Like Misery Loves Company, now you want somebody else to take the shot. No. Now they talking about they're going to have soldiers come into the urban neighborhoods and make people take the shot. You about to get some shot up soldiers or some people about to be shot up. You cannot force a person to do anything. See, this country is becoming a dictatorship. Because there was a man named, I can't remember his first name, but Kuntz. And it's spelled Kuntz. I think he was some German dictator. And they became a dictatorship because he decided as a collective, we supposed to be able to speak as a collective. And that's where our voices come in. As us being a democracy. Well, this man wouldn't let them speak what they wanted to speak, so it turned into a dictatorship. So instead of each individual being able to speak for themselves collectively, he spoke for the collective as a unit. And that's exactly what's going on in the United States right now. We don't, we think we're free. We think we have freedoms. We think, things that we see on TV, the government shows us through music, through pictures, through Senate hearings. They show us they are not for us, and they don't care. They don't care. And until we learn to have an individual mind and quit being like lambs, being led to the slaughter, that's exactly what's going to happen. A lot of people ain't going to make it because they do not have their own mind. I have a strong will. And the only reason I have a strong will because I've been through so much, and not only because I've been through so much, through it all, I still trusted on the Lord, and I never, ever doubted that He would not take me out of whatever I was in, whether it be drugs, me being raped, gang rape, me being kicked out of cars, sleeping in garbage cans and in the corner of stores. I knew one day the Lord will see me through. Now they're saying, you have to take this shot. I don't got to do nothing but stay black and die. To hell with you. Okay? I'm so tired of people, stay in your own yard. If you like doing a certain thing, do it. Do it till you're satisfied. But if I don't like it, I'm not going to knock you, but I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to let you make me do it. So, we need to look at the big picture. A lot of us ain't looking at the big picture. A lot of us are looking like this. Okay, the government said it's good for us, so I'm taking it. The government don't like you. None of you. None of us. If they did, black folks will have their own economic base. I was running late today, but next week I'm going to show you guys some things. They were talking about how they passed this bill for Asian people, for people not to hurt them. But I have a list of a lot of things these Asian people have done to black folks. If it wasn't for black folks fighting for immigration for people like Asians and Haitians and people, we fought for black folk. I mean, for Asians and Haitians. We fought for the immigrants to come over here. We fought for you guys to come over here, and y'all turn y'all back on us. We are Asians, money based, and they treat us like dirt. And you know what? You guys that go to these places, you're gonna find out soon enough that all you doing is giving your money to a regime that's holding down your people in their country. But like I said, Monquisha, you don't care. It don't matter. Long as your toes look good, your 6 babies daddy's coming over 5-6 days a week, you're good. It doesn't matter. Long as the state is giving you money, it doesn't matter. As long as you're using your children saying they're special, there's something wrong with them so you can get more money from Social Security, it doesn't matter. Wait until they snatch all that money away from you. If you don't have a talent, if you don't have a hustle, you're going to be done for. I love my young black sisters, and some of you women are just doing your thing. I cannot remember her name. I think it's Shakira. I met her over the weekend. Well, not met her, but I had met her before, but we were talking. She's a young lady. She has her own massage place, and she makes her own oils and vitamins and stuff for your hair, and she's a go-getter. And I'll give you a shout out, Miss Shakira. She seems like a well-rounded young lady. So, I love to see young women getting up off their tufts, not laying around under no man, or not, laying around waiting for the state to get them something. They're just getting up to get something. Unlike Monquisha and Shakita and them, all they want to do is lay on their back and be a human mistress so they can have babies so they don't have to do anything. And it's sad that I have to say this, but you women are a bunch of whores. And your children see that you're whoring around. And you're teaching your young men to treat black women like that. And you're treating your young women to go out and be a little whore like you. If you don't care about your life, care about your children's life. The government has us so, not me. The government has some people so wound up, so nervous, so jumping off buildings, so I don't know what to do with myself, to where, they just a bundle of nerves. I had, like I was telling you about, I need to backtrack. Remember I was telling you that this lady here on Facebook, was sitting up talking about, it was all about science and this, that, the other. Now, she's a white sister. So the black brother chimed in and put an emoji and a laughing emoji, like, he was laughing at me. But you know what? That's the way the government is, and that's how brainwashed our brothers are. You'll run under Becky and try to take up for Becky when I'm speaking truth to power and start laughing. You're very immature. Oh, Becky, let me save you. We ain't thinking about the sisters. It's all about all the Beckys of the world. Oh, don't forget Karen. They'll look out for Karen too. I know the homosexual guys will, because I was in a situation. I told you guys, I think a couple of weeks ago, about me going to FedEx, and you black men are always talking about, and I protect my black brothers, and I always speak up for my black brothers. But I have to say this. It's no wonder when a sister get a good high paying job and start working, it's no wonder they don't want to be bothered with your piss post self. Because the white woman back in the day was the forbidden fruit, and now you can get her, so to speak, you all in. You so all into her where you stepping your neck on your own people. Shame on you. Oh, help me, Lord. Help me, help me, help me, help my people. Now we got the government saying that we're not neither women nor men. And I think there's going to come a day to where if you say you're a woman or a man, you may be put to death. There's a movie called Above as Is Below. And it's like a parallel universe and this, that, and the other. I done told you guys this before. We only look at the natural, what our eyes will allow us to see. Some people, such as myself, can see beyond the natural and see things. And I wish I couldn't. But I can. And that's why I'm so confident when I talk about these things. And I tell you, just because you don't see it, don't make it not exist. Lord, help me with this. If some of you people seen some of the spiritual things that I've seen, you probably have a heart attack and die. And that's why I am so bold with my words. And that's why I am so bold in Jesus. I don't do everything right. I am saved by grace. I am a sinner saved by grace. What am I saved from? I'm trying to be saved from damnation and going to hell. So I'm trying to do the right thing in this life, because this life is not going to last always. There's somewhere else we're going. For the enlightened ones, the agnostics, you're going to be so surprised when that sky crack. Everybody has, their way of thinking. They have their lifestyle or whatever. But the Bible, and I'm speaking on the Bible, and I see like the 5%ers and people. Oh, the Bible was written by white men, and it wasn't. It was written by men who were under the inspiration of the Spirit of God. Ain't no man gonna write, don't sleep with your wife, with your neighbor's wife. Ain't no man gonna write that it's wrong for two men to lay together. Ain't no man gonna write that. That Bible gets so far up in our butts where we got to find some type of way to say the Bible's wrong and we're right. I got news for you. The Bible's right and you're a liar. If we don't get off our high horse, if we don't start asking the Lord to lead us, to touch us, to guide us, because there's some people out here, and contrary to popular belief, this world is not the world of the saints. We are just strangers in a strange land. This world is the devil's world. He is the prince of the air. The things that flick and flack around here. There are spirits that get into people, and because we just see that person, we think they're crazy. People want to lock them up and say there's something wrong with them. And it's not. They're actually possessed. You will sit up and watch a movie about somebody being possessed, and it will tell you based on true events, and you still will look at it like it's entertainment. There's like I said, a young brother that I've been following for a couple of years. His name is Tariq Nasheed. and he's actually at 600 and some odd $1,000 crowdsourcing. He's opening up a black museum in California, which is going to tell the truth about how black folks were treated, where black folks came from. It's going to talk about our music, the things that we invented. Because if you over here in Germany, they have a plastic or a wax museum, and they have Beyonce in there. Beyonce, I know you one of the devil's minions, but I gotta say this, girl, they did not do you justice. This statue of Beyonce, they got some dang on weave on this girl's hair that look like it's been kicked under the bed and teased and washed and blow dried and kicked back under the bed. She got this big old forehead. This statue it looks nothing like her. It looks more like Rihanna. And it's a shame. It's a disgrace to Beyonce, and she really should say something about that. But back to the Hidden Colors Museum, they're going to have they're in the process of getting they got the location and everything. They're trying to get the $1 million, so they're doing the crowdsourcing and everything. Today I'm actually going to donate some money, when you donate, brick by brick, each person's name that donated, their name will be in a brick in this building. It's for black folks by black folks. That's what it is. So I'm really going to try to get this brother to come on the show via Zoom, because I like what he's preaching. I like what he's saying. And and Claude Anderson, he's another black foundational American that speak truth to power. I really love these brothers and what they're doing. So hopefully I've tried to get in touch with him, but hopefully I'll be able to get in touch with him and he can do a meeting with me via Zoom. But I want you guys to know I love you. I appreciate you. We have so much more to talk about. My time is up. But until next time, stay strong and be strong.